What's going on, everybody? It's Go-Karts, Mini Bikes, and more, and today I'm going to be doing an update basically on my Azusa mini bike and just a few other stuff I have going around in the garage. Now, as you can see, for the most part, it's assembled, and I know I said I would make an assembly video, like a full in-depth one, but it's too complicated. This frame is a real pain in the butt to assemble and everything, so I'm not really even going to make a video. This has just been going on too long. I've had this for, well, almost close to a year, I want to say. I don't really know, though, but, you know, it's just taken too long. So I'm just going to assemble it and show you guys a finished product some other time. I have to get a new rear axle because whatever monkey put on this powder coat put it on way too thick. And I did even clean out where the axle had to go through, but I put the axle through and it completely marred up the thread, so I got to get a new axle for that. And I apologize because this video title is going to be a little bit misleading. I'm gonna make it say Azusa mini bike assembly part 4 or 5, whatever it is, but really this video is nothing really to do with this besides this part. I'm just gonna go over some new stuff I have going on and everything. So let's get into that now. But I got the number plate on there. I do gotta tighten it up a bit. Got the seat on there. Everything's basically assembled besides the rear wheel and the engine put on. I gotta also figure out the throttle because this keeps slipping out. It's a really junky setup, but I'm gonna go around the garage and show you guys all the new stuff that's going on and the stuff that's gonna happen shortly. Okay, so the first thing, as you can see, I don't know if I've ever really made a full video on this mini bike, but I have my mini bike frame that I've had for a while. This was my first mini bike frame. I primed it white, and I'm just going to leave the forks all junky. When I was trying to take the forks out, I just cracked where the axle has to go through because this one was stuck in there so bad. As you can see, they're together, and they're in there strong. And that's because it's welded, and that's some exciting news. I believe I finally got a welder. My brother is going to buy it from one of his friends, but that's not 100%. But as of now, I do have a welder. And if you guys remember this go-kart frame, it hasn't made an appearance in a long time. I've been working on this too. I welded in a center support for the motor plate. And the biggest thing, I extended the frame 6 inches, so I could actually fit in it now. As you can see, I have to Bondo in the weld seams and everything. That's not a problem. And I put in some small square tubing up in there, and then I covered it with some flat stock. That wasn't a smart choice because it's ugly, but so is the whole frame, so I'm not going to worry too much about it. Nothing is really updated with my race cart. Other than the clutch is burned out and it doesn't have any ignition, and I'm going to show you guys why in a second. But I did get the dirt bike back on the road. I don't know if I have made a video since then, but I did get a new back tire, did get all the parts for it, so it runs, it rides, I'm happy with it. And as you can see, the one that made the biggest update is the Manco Dingo. I've been working hard on this one. As you can see, there's a lot of stuff that I've been showing on my Garage Amino page, so you guys should check that out for some sneak peeks into future videos and some stuff that won't even become a video. But as you can see, I did debadge the engine, and again, there's no ignition. As you can see, there's no switch anymore. And the reason for that is, which I'm going to do to my race cart too, is I was so sick and tired of my brothers stealing these while I'm not home. So what I did was I got a plastic waterproof project box and I painted it black, and I went on Amazon and got an $11 key switch. So as you can see, it is now key operated. It actually has a key and it won't start without the key. That's pretty cool. I'm going to do it to that one too. But the roof rack I showed on my Garage Amino account. It's basically just documents bin basically, and I cut it down and painted it and added some cheap Walmart lights I had on my race cart a while back. I still got to wire them up, and as you can see, the ammo can that's sitting in the seat goes in this, but I still got to find a way to attach that. And what else? Oh, the exhaust. I actually, since we had the welder, I've made this exhaust. I took a piece of pipe that I got from an old go-kart roll cage, which I am going to show you guys what go-kart that came off of. And I welded on an old flange that I had laying around from, I believe it was my brother's Baja Heat mini bike engine, the old one. And I welded on a 3/4 inch galvanized coupler. And I just had this muffler laying around. So it's got a screw-on muffler, sounds really good. And recently, if you guys, again, follow me on Garage Amino, you'll know that I had to drop this whole axle the other day to change the brakes. And as you can see, I just took that plastic stuff off that covers the axle, and I just painted the axle with a sprocket and a sprocket hub black. As you can see, I painted the caliper red after changing the brakes. It looks really, really good. As you can see, it looks pink on camera, but I assure you it's a nice cherry red. But other than that, nothing else has changed as far as I know. I'm not gonna probably do this lawnmower build, to be honest. I'm probably gonna get an old like Pinto lawnmower, but I'm not 100%. Don't know what my brother's doing with this yet. Apparently he's gonna build it up soon. I'll believe it when I see it. But onto the new addition to the go-kart family. And here it is, guys. This is a Yerf dog, and this is where the piece of pipe came off of for my exhaust on my Mango. This had a roll cage, but the story behind it as to why my brother has it now is his friend was going to sell it to him for, I believe it was $100 or something like that. And on his way here delivering it, some guy cut him off and he had to brake check it. He brake checked him, and this actually rolled out of his truck. Apparently, I don't believe the story. And it rolled down a hill at least 50 times, he said. So that explains why the cage is off and why these wheels are cocked and everything. And this had a bar coming out the back, sort of like a luggage type rack or whatever you want to call it, and that broke off, and that was what was holding the suspension. So I got a piece of the roll cage with an end that's smushed, and I put it through the original clamp and bolted that on, and then welded it right to the top. Did the same on the other side, and then I did just 2 kickers go in the back for some support. These were some old gas tank mounts that I welded on, but I don't think I'm going to need those anymore because he plans on getting a whole new engine, because this had like a Tecumseh 6-horse on it. And I had an old trailer hitch that I made laying around, so I just welded that on. It's only 1/8 inch thick steel, so it bends quite a bit, but you know, it'll haul a trailer with stuff in it. And then I just tightened up the swing arm brackets, so if those ever did break, it wouldn't just scissor. But hopefully he gets this going soon. Actually, my parents are really excited about this. Normally they hate when we get go-karts and stuff like this, because that just means they have to dump money into it. But they're actually really excited about this because they can finally ride in the go-kart and not just watch us ride it. And this is the welder. It's what most people have that's just starting out. It's a Harbor Freight 90 amp welder, flux core. Works pretty well. I've welded, gosh, probably only 10 times with this, and I'd say my welds are looking pretty good. Got a welding helmet that my brother-in-law gave me, so that was nice of him. But this was really hard to weld because it was round, so I got some pinholes, but I don't really care. It sounds good, it runs good. But as you can see, this is only like my 10th or 11th time welding, and the light is really bad. I'm sorry for that. But as you can see, I don't know, maybe you can't see. I've dropped some pretty nice beads, I'd like to believe. And you know, my family's pretty, said I'm pretty good at it. So, that's just what's going on around here. I don't believe there's anything else. I don't know if I posted on Garage Amino, but my brother's friend wants to give me a free go-kart. And it basically looks like my Manco, but it's not. There's some differences, you know. There's no cage on it, but it looks like there was a place where the cage bolted up, like the 2 holes up here. So it's not an American Express, and the steering hoop is just a piece of flat stock with flat stock going across the floor. When I get it, I'll have to research it some, but if I did post it, you guys could check that out and maybe let me know what kind it is. I actually do think I posted it, but other than that, not much else have gone on. I definitely do got to start making more videos so I don't have to do such frequent updates, because I find every other video I'm doing updates, and I apologize for that. I know you guys actually want to see content instead of just me showing you guys what's been going on, and I'm trying to do that. I really am. I am actually hoping I get that purple go-kart that my brother's friend wants to give me very soon, so I could start doing videos on that. And the reason I fixed this was I had plans of building this up, actually getting all the parts for it, but then I realized it would have came out to roughly $300 to build this up. So I started looking at other mini bikes, and I was thinking maybe I could just get another mini bike and use parts off that eventually, but that would still be about $200. So I don't think I'm going to get a mini bike, but, well, another one sort of like a beater. But if I do, I'm hopefully going to get a Baja Doodlebug. I've always wanted one. Besides the Manco Dingo, I've always wanted a Baja Doodlebug. Those were the 2 things I've always wanted, so maybe I'll get that, but I don't know. So, I'm sorry it was a crappy video, guys. It's a rainy day out, otherwise I would have rode my go-karts or something like that, showed you guys, but unfortunately I can't. So that concludes the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Like, comment, and subscribe. Follow me on Garage Amino at Go-Karts, Mini Bikes, and more, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care.